We absolutely killed it this week. We prepared for the two biggest trading days and smooth sailing in the markets, being Friday and no fundamental data. All coming up right now. This is Pounds for Breakfast. Okay, good morning, you beautiful human beings. Guys, it is Friday. We've had an absolutely amazing week. If you are in the Dividend Markets Premium Plus group, this is only the beginning. We've finalized our testing this week. We've had a great week. We've banked pips. We've smashed markets. And I trust you've had an absolutely amazing time. Now, I want to hear from you. If you're part of Dividend Markets Premium Plus group, what has been your favorite trade of the week? Was it our gold pending order, which we shared for free across other different groups? Was it US 100? Was it US 30? Which one of the trades this week was your favorite trade? Which one of your trades this week did you make the most money on? Leave a comment down below. I would love to learn your thoughts. We had an absolute killer of a trading week. Now, guys, this is why I love doing what I do. And I'm so happy we've made this final push to bring together all the best elements of what Dividend Markets has to offer, from the Quantum Growth Markets educational program that is absolutely free. Link is down below, all the way into Pounds for Breakfast, which you're watching me on right now, which is also free, all the way into premium services like Premium Plus, trading live in the afternoons for the New York Stock Exchange, as well as signals throughout the day. Bringing all these things together, I feel super confident this is one of the best value propositions in this space. Not only that you're able to make money while you're learning, but that you can learn how to use proper risk management, how to properly enter and exit a market with transparency and actual risk management, right? If we give out a trade and markets come back to that point of where our stop loss is, that trade is closed, right? We're not giving a open-ended buy that has thousands of pips worth of swings and then 2 days later ends in 2,000 pips of profit, and we're advertising on social media that, look, this is what we did. If we give out levels and those levels are met, that trade is closed in profit and or loss, and there's transparency around that. So if you're part of DVM Markets Premium Plus, it is only going to get better. It's only going to go to the next level. However, we had to talk about the markets for today. What is happening and what are we preparing for? So let's dive into it. And it seems the world's a little bit behind on something that we already knew and have been speaking about for a bit of time, right? So we're going to dive into the news. And the news is saying that the S&P 500 is finally in a bull market, guys. We've been saying this. And if you guys have a look at yesterday's broadcast and previous broadcasts throughout the week, I've been explaining that both S&P 500 as well as NASDAQ US 30, which are derivatives parts and parcel of S&P 500, have already been in bull market structure, right? We've been aware of this. And this is why we've been bullish and going long on some of these trades. So the rest of the world is starting to catch up. You remember there's articles throughout the week saying, Goldman Sachs saying, is it really a bull market? Isn't it a bull market? There's not enough to go long. And this is why I've always said, I'm always a little bit, my spidey senses tingle when I see a major media house or major financial institution that owns media houses saying, hey, listen, this market doesn't have the legs to go further. I'd almost always think the opposite. If they're saying S&P 500 doesn't have enough legs to go into a bull status, I'm almost 100% positive it is going to go into a bull status. That's how bad it is from a night and day perspective. Other than that, guys, we have some smooth sailing in terms of the economic calendar today. Not all too much that's going to really rattle the markets. We've got some employment data for the Canadian. As you guys saw yesterday, the dollar employment data that came out was not in favor for the dollar. And this is going to lead us into the next point of discussion, right? Because next week is going to be big. It's going to be massive, right? Looking at next week, we start off Monday being nice and quiet, which is great for us as traders. We can prepare, set up all of our positions for the week. We can start Monday nice and relaxed, get some good price action going, right? The second we start getting into the better part of the week, which moves into Tuesday, we immediately hit with US CPI data that is going to be coming out on Tuesday. This is going to be big. This is going to be massive. Now, again, CPI, consumer inflation data, right? The whole world right now is looking at inflation and how they're going to get that down. Now, the reason this is important is that this is immediately followed up back to back the very next day, being Wednesday. We immediately have the other alternative to consumer inflation, which is producers inflation. So PPI comes out the next day, with that evening, Wednesday evening, being the night we are going to get the FOMC, the federal interest rate decision, right? This is going to be big. It's going to be massive. Now, I'm going to be covering this live. If you're part of Premium Plus, not only are we going to be sending out trades as and when these are ready to go off, much like you guys saw us do yesterday on gold, we absolutely smashed gold to the top side, but we are going to be trading and covering these live. So if you want to be part of Premium Plus, it is super simple, right? Link down below, open up those accounts. If you have an account, you're able to get a discount to come into Premium Plus. And I'm going to explain what that is. I've allowed a bunch of people to come in for free up and until close of business or midnight last night. There and after, this is how the pricing structure works, right? So if you have a live account that is funded, right, it means that the Premium Plus on a monthly basis, or the fee, is going to be 999 Rand, and that'll give you 2 months worth of access, meaning you get 50% off if you have a live account. If you don't have a live account, you want to get into Premium Plus, you want to get daily signals, you want to get live broadcasts, you want to get access to a trading community, access to mentorship, guidance, all these other items, along with all the free stuff, that's going to be 999 Rand a month, right? If you don't have a live account. So the benefit of having a live account means you get double the month's worth of subscription just by having a live account. And guys, the value proposition is there. If you have a look at just the gold trade, right, entering a small position, right, a tiny position. If you look at what we did on gold yesterday, 200 pips, even if you enter the smallest possible position, a 0.01 on gold for 3 of those positions, right, we're talking about 200 pips at 10 cents US a pip. That's $20, right? That $20 pays for that month's subscription just in one trade, right? So the very first trade, enter, you've paid your monthly subscription. That's how we've tried to design it. And the reason for this is the following, right? And I want to explain this to our community so everybody can understand. I don't get heat for people saying, but why do we want to do this? We've gone back over the past into times where we had paid services, we've had free services. Our free services have changed people's lives across the world. We've had paid academies 5, 6, 7 years ago. We've moved into a free environment, and education, I believe, needs to be and will always need to be free, right? As best as it possibly can be. But when it comes to market opportunities and people taking trading seriously, I found that the free environment doesn't bring a level of trader that is committed to the market because it's free. They can enter in, they can leave, they can do whatever they want. It's free. There's no commitment on both sides of the fence. And we went back into the data and we saw that when our services or when signal services were attached to some sort of payment or financial commitment, not only did we have a better response from the community, but those people that joined that service took it seriously and actually benefited from the service tenfold more than the people who came in for free, right? So there's a reason for it, and it's very little to do financially from a financial benefit, but more so when people join and they committed to this, they feel like they've got a service that they need to take advantage of, and it's not just free and treated as something free and dispensable and of no value, because there is immense value in Premium Plus. For those of you that have been there, time until now being free, you can see it, and that is only just the start. It's about to get a whole lot better, and we're about to take it to a whole next level, right? So you want to be part of Premium Plus, you have a live account with a partner broker, link down in the description below. You get that discount 50% off, meaning 999 Rand gets you in for 2 months worth of access, right? And our goal is to try and make sure in that first day or two of trading that you've recovered that money straight back, and there on after, everything is profitable for you. So again, there's no promises that every trade is going to be profitable, but with the right risk management, the right outlook, with the right execution, we have an absolutely amazing time. Okay, beautiful. So we are preparing for a massive week next week. Monday's quiet, Tuesday CPI going to be big, Wednesday PPI going to be massive, with that federal interest rate announcement coming out from Powell on Wednesday evening. Now, the interest rate announcement has a ripple effect across the world. It has a huge consequence for the stock market, a huge consequence for the dollar. And you can imagine what happens in the US. As I mentioned, that ripple effect is international, right? It honestly comes all the way back to South Africa. It takes some time to get you, but the ripple effect is huge. So depending on what we see from the inflation side, right, and depending on what we see from the producer's inflation side, this will determine how hard the Federal Reserve is going to come in from an interest rate decision. Now, we're hoping for a 25 basis point hike. That's going to be enough to, fight inflation, but not squash the markets. But if we see high inflation readings on Tuesday, that might not be what Powell's looking for, and you might have to come in with a heavy-handed 50 basis points or even higher. This will scare the stock market. There will be big moves on US 100, S&P 500, NASDAQ, so on and so forth. So we are looking out for that. However, look at the markets for those of you who want to get some sort of bonus trade. just something I want to point out for you guys this morning. Really quickly, US City, otherwise known as the Dow Jones, looking at it on a 15-minute time frame, you'll see that we've come back for this little touch in this last session, right? There's a 15-minute time frame. Diagonal resistance, we've utilized this to trade off yesterday. So those are where our buys were in our dollars flunch yesterday. We absolutely smashed. I will be sending a highlight reel over the course of today of some of the amazing trades we've taken this week. But in essence, here's our buy zone from yesterday afternoon. Ultimately, there was a bit of pullbacks and things like that. We closed at entry, but that ended up moving out on its own for over 2,000 pips per position. We've come back for that retest, and I just want you to watch that level this morning, right? If we come back for a secondary test, that might start to signal a potential buy entry opportunity. Inversely, should we get down to this level, and that level specifically is at 33,731 level, if we get to that level and break it, that is going to signal and pretty much put blood in the water for all the bears in the market start jumping into short out US City. Again, yesterday I said in yesterday afternoon session, I would like to see that bull momentum coming off that weaker dollar from the unemployment data that we got yesterday afternoon to try and push out to the non-farm payrolls high that we saw on Friday, which we did exactly almost to the pip. We took out that high and then we started that retracement process. So there's a very good chance we could make a secondary attempt topside, but if anything happens in the markets today that could essentially scare off investors, there we have a pivot point. Now, if you're part of Premium Plus, I will be sending the signal out as and when it is ready. We will potentially take precautionary buys at this level, adding in buys and layering them towards the top side. But should this level have a ton of momentum into the downside, into support, breaking support, I will be looking for sells and reversal type trading situation. So we have a pretty quiet day. As you guys know, Friday I generally spend reflecting on the week, looking at bad trades, looking at what we can do differently. All I can say is next week I am absolutely pumped. We are going to be having an absolutely amazing time. If you're part of Premium Plus, well done. If you're not yet ready, go and open up those live accounts, get funded, guys. There's never been a better time. Other than that, guys, listen, I hope you have an amazing day. I will see you all on Monday. Again, if you've got those accounts open and funded and you want to get into Premium Plus, I will be giving you guys a link to the DVM market support bot, right? Now, when I say bot, it's not a trading bot. It's a support bot to help collect payment and get you into Premium Plus, or move you around groups, or give you access to things like education and so much more. So it's a one-stop support contact. And if you want to get into Premium Plus, it'll help facilitate the payment, get you into the group, so on and so forth. So we'll be sharing that link. Don't be surprised when you see it. That is just how it works to help make the admin easier and better for both of us. Outside of that, guys, you know the drill. Have yourselves an amazing Friday. As always, thank you so much for your support. And for those of you who killed it in the markets this week, massive well done. You know who you are. Comment down below what has been your favorite trade of the week. And there's some of you who absolutely smashed it. I'm super proud of every single one of you. Outside of that, guys, you know the drill. Have an amazing day. Be safe, trade safe. Until I see you on Monday. Goodbye.